Hey everybody, it's GoodHeart Kids!
Hi kids, your adventure today awaits in the book Giraffes Can't Dance. Rosie will be reading this book that was written by Giles Andreae and illustrated by Guy Parker Reese.
Hi kids, I'm Rosie. Welcome to Storytime. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt like everything you do, you just can't do as well as someone else?
I sure have felt that way. Sometimes I can't bark as loud as the neighbor dogs bark.
Well, Shelby, that may not be a bad thing. In all seriousness now, maybe you feel like you can't write your letters as well as your friend, or you can't run as fast as another friend. Well, in today's story, Gerald the Giraffe feels the same way. He feels like everyone else can dance better than he can. Let's read our story and find out what happens with Gerald the Giraffe.
Silly monkeys!
Giraffes Can't Dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who had seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the trees. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I'm dancing!" Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who had been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen!" "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." The end. Wow, poor Gerald felt like he just couldn't dance. The others laughed and jeered at him, but in the end, the wise old cricket gave him some good words of advice.
Yeah, he just needed to find his own tune that he was comfortable with. All I need to do is find my own voice and bark so it sounds good to me. It doesn't matter if it's as loud or louder than the other neighbor dogs. Right, Rosie?
That's right, Shelby. Just keep practicing and never give up. But remember that the neighbors don't want to hear your loudest barks at night. And kids, I bet you have someone that lifts you up and cheers you on and gives you good advice. Listen to them. Keep practicing whatever it is you're doing and find your own groove, just like Gerald did. I'd love for you to hit the like button and in the comments, tell me who it is that cheers you on and gives you good advice.
Thank you for joining us for our story today. We hope to see you again soon. If you liked the story, hit the subscribe button below. If you click the bell icon beside it, we will let you know when we have a new video for you to watch. See you soon!